India's top-ranked dressage rider, Anush Agarwalla, has scored an important point in his legal battle over the Asian Games selection, with the Delhi High Court raising questions over the transparency of the process followed by the Equestrian Federation of India. During a hearing on Monday, the court examined Agarwalla's challenge to the selection process for the 2026 Asian Games. The Paris Olympian and Arjuna Awardee has alleged that the selection exercise lacked transparency despite his strong international credentials. Agarwalla currently holds the distinction of being India's highest-ranked dressage rider. He is ranked world number 14 and Asia number 2 equestrian and was a key member of the India's historic Asian Games campaign, where the country won team gold and he secured an individual bronze medal. The controversy began after the Equestrian Federation of India named him only as a reserve rider for the upcoming Asian Games. Agarwalla subsequently approached the Delhi High Court seeking judicial intervention and questioning the manner in which the final selections were made.
I don't want any favors from anybody. All I want is that the rules of the selection criteria are strictly followed as they are, and that has not been done in this case. And the other issue is that there is a major conflict of interest with some members of the selection committee, and this was raised immediately when I was informed about the selection committee, and I was assured that if my scores are good enough, nothing will happen, and that has clearly not been the case. And these are the issues that I want answers to.
During Monday's hearing, senior advocate Kapil Modi, appearing on behalf of the Federation, informed the court that India's definite entries for the Asian Games had already been submitted on June 19th. However, lawyers representing Agarwalla disputed that claim. They argued that according to the applicable handbook and entry regulations, definite entries were supposed to be submitted only between June 22nd and July 1st. This prompted a strong response from the Delhi High Court. The bench questioned why the entries had been submitted before the prescribed timeline and observed that the move appeared to be an attempt to make the petition ineffective before the court could examine the dispute in detail. The court noted that while India must send its athletes to the Asian Games, the selection process cannot be beyond scrutiny. It stressed that transparency and fairness remain essential in any athlete selection exercise. The High Court also directed the Equestrian Federation of India to place the entire selection process on record through an affidavit. This would allow the court to examine how the selections were made and whether the federation followed its own criteria and procedures. The matter has now been listed for further hearing on June 23rd. The case has attracted significant attention within India's sporting community because it goes beyond one's athlete selection. At the center of the dispute is a larger question: how national federations make decisions that affect athletes' career and whether those decisions are being communicated transparently. For Anush Agarwalla, the outcome could determine his Asian Games future. For Indian sport, the case could set an important precedent on accountability and transparency in athlete selection. The Delhi High Court is expected to continue examining the federation's actions when the matter comes up for the hearing on June 23rd.